1340 96.5 KVGC. Good morning, everyone. 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time now for a look at the news for a Tuesday. It's the third day of October for 2017. Well, the Sutter Creek City Council met last night and approved allocating the city's share of the increased gas tax money to the project to replace the Main Street Bridge. Passed by the state legislature this year, the new gas tax law requires that cities select the road repair or improvement projects in advance. Sutter Creek will receive $15,000 this year and $44,000 the next. The replacement of the Main Street Bridge has been in the planning stages for several years and is expected to begin construction in spring of 2018. The council also last night appointed member Jim Swift to the city's Monteverde Store Committee. Left to the city by Rose Monteverde in the mid-1970s, the store now serves as a museum. It's a preservation of the classic small-town general store. The store committee oversees the property's management and maintenance and operations, with the primary current concern of finding enough volunteer docents so that the store can be open to the public on a regular basis.
And an Amador High School special education teacher arrested yesterday on a number of charges. According to Amador Undersheriff Jim Wagner, units called to the Amador High School campus yesterday afternoon and arrested Mark Joseph Yonan. Yonan arrested on 2 felony charges, one making criminal threats, the other child cruelty. He was also charged with 3 misdemeanors, including assault on school property, battery, and disorderly conduct involving alcohol. Yonan was booked into the Amador County Jail. Bail has been set at $500,000.
And the Calaveras County Sheriff's Marijuana Enforcement Team are not the only ones busy these days. Amador Undersheriff Jim Wagner reports a raid on an Amador County cultivation site led to 3 other out-of-county grow houses. According to Wagner, ACNET served a search warrant at a home on Shake Ridge Road after receiving numerous complaints about a possible marijuana grow on the property. During the investigation, ACNET determined that the property was being rented by a group of people out of the San Francisco Bay Area and was being used exclusively for growing marijuana. The house and property was otherwise vacant, with the suspects only visiting to water and tend to the plants. 4 suspects, 100 pounds of processed marijuana, and 60 growing marijuana plants were found. The search then led to the discovery of a second house located in Carmichael, which appeared to be used as a staging area between grow houses in the Bay Area and the house in Amador County. At one of the homes in Fremont, ACNET agents located a sophisticated indoor grow being operated by the same group that was arrested in Amador County. At the second home in San Leandro, ACNET agents located a second sophisticated indoor marijuana cultivation site. Now, during the search of the Bay Area grow sites, ACNET agents turned up information that led them to another house in Stockton, where agents discovered marijuana cultivation in the main residence with a larger indoor cultivation in a detached garage. The entire investigation led to the arrest of 5 individuals, with additional charges being filed on 3 others in the group. In total, ACNET seized 949 growing marijuana plants from 3 different locations, along with approximately 116 pounds of processed marijuana, 16 of which was packaged for sale, and approximately $96,000 in cash. Wagner says all 3 cultivation sites were operating under the auspice of being legitimate medical marijuana grows.
Well, a prison drug scam recently broken up by Amador County law enforcement, according to DA Todd Reeby. An Amador County Sheriff deputy acting on info provided by District Attorney investigators have arrested Calaveras County resident Kathy Young on charges she was engaged in a conspiracy to bring illegal narcotics into Mule Creek State Prison and was in possession of heroin for sale. Well, according to Reeby, the charges stem from an ongoing conspiracy involving Mule Creek inmate David Vitale and Young, where Young was instructed by Vitale to deliver heroin to him at the prison during a visit on September 30th. Well, Young is an approved visitor of Vitale and was appointed by the Amador County Superior Court to act as Vitale's paid legal runner. Investigators discovered that on 2 separate occasions, Young had purchased heroin in Stockton and Sacramento with the intent to smuggle it into the prison. Well, Reeby said his office, with the assistance of Mule Creek correctional staff, is engaged in an ongoing investigation involving multiple suspects, inmates, and civilians who, according to Reeby, have manipulated the courts and institutions for the purpose of smuggling drugs and other dangerous contraband into the prison.
A solo motorcycle accident landed a Sacramento man in the hospital recently. According to Amador CHP, the man was traveling westbound on Highway 88, just east of Omo Ranch Road, when he entered a curve in the road, lost control, crossed into the opposing lane of traffic, and was ejected from the bike. Both the rider and bike slid back across the roadway, coming to rest on the opposite side of the roadway. The CHP reported the man was wearing a full face helmet, which prevented serious injury and possibly the man's death.
And a Calaveras County man accused of shooting and killing his son has pled not guilty. Appearing in Calaveras Superior Court yesterday, David Bilderback entered the plea. Bilderback charged with first-degree murder with a special enhancement for great bodily injury. A pre-preliminary hearing will be held October 6th, 9 a.m. Then October 16th, Bilderback will return to court for the preliminary examination at 9 a.m. and a preliminary hearing later that day at 2:30. Now, Bilderback's bail originally $2 million, but was altered to $3 million. He received a $2 million bail for the murder charge, $1 million for the enhancement. Now, according to the report, deputies arrived at a business on Highway 4 last Thursday in Avery, where they found Cole Bilderback dead from an apparent gun wound. Now, David Bilderback was arrested on scene. The sheriff's office asking anyone who heard or saw something that could help in their investigation to call the sheriff's office at 754-6500 or the Calaveras tip line at 754-6030. Now, meanwhile, Bilderback remains in custody. The investigation is ongoing.
And that's a look at local news on this Gold Country Tuesday morning. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting.